Boarding completed. Saturday morning flightsim.
It's not morning, you drongo. It's evening.
Good evening, good night, and good day. How are you doing? A little bit quirky, that music. Nighthawk says, morning, everyone. Morning, Nighthawk. How you doing? Great to see you. Great to see you. Hope you're having a splendid Saturday today. It is a lot colder in Scotland. Whoa, what a change in the weather. It's definitely feeling like those autumn winds now. I think everyone's walking around with their head down, you know. There's a lot of people that don't like the autumn. I love it. I actually love it. And of course, there's a really good reason to love it in the sim too, because you get all these lovely colors, you know, as the trees start changing. We're not quite there yet, so I haven't made any updates that way. But huge shout out to Nighthawk, who is there. And I also see Paradiski. I don't know if he just happens to be around, but if you're watching Paradiski, please let us know in the chat. Thank you for coming along. But he could just be a random. And we also see, you can see a Michael VIP in a 763. Or a Michael K or something like that. Anyway, if anybody's watching, do let us know in the chat. You're welcome to fly with us today. We are flying from Warsaw. This scenery is amazing. It really, really is. It's a quirky airport. But man, the detailing in this is so good, and you got some beautiful interior rendering as well here. Obviously, lots of signs for LOT, which is Poland's largest airline. I'm not sure. So I mean, I just like the little details with the visa on the, I guess that'd be a controller tower, would it? But yeah, it just looks really, really swell. We'll take a look at it at night as well. And yeah, you got people in there as well. Isn't it great? Really, really beautiful. It's a lovely, lovely airport. Now, I can't remember if this one's available from Orbix or not, but it's in the show notes in case you're wondering. And go check it out. I don't think it's that expensive either. So anyway, we've got this, and we're going to be flying to Kyiv, not to be confused with Kiev, which is the old name that the Westerns used to call it. I don't know if it was ever called Kiev or if it was a Soviet thing, but Kyiv is where we're going. Kyiv, Ukraine. I mean, look at that. Isn't that stunning? Wow. Really like it. Fantastic. Big hand of applause for that one. That is excellent bit of scenery there. Anyway, we are back in the 320 today, guys, and it's a little bit dark in there. Oh, I gotta change it back to daytime anyway. There we go. That's a bit easier. Bring the sim noises up. Now, I do have, strangely, it seems like the server cooling fans are running constantly. I don't know if this is, I just did an update. And I don't know if this is because, if maybe that's what the plane actually does in real life. I'm not sure. Anyway, all our passengers are boarded. We've got 174 passengers today. I'm going to get the seatbelts on. We'll get the APU started up. Look at that quirky music again. Wait for a flap open indication there. Yes, we do. There we go. Get that running. And while we're waiting for the APU to spool up there, I'll take you through the route today. So, as mentioned, we are flying from Warsaw in Poland, in case you didn't know. Runway 29 today, we're taking the Zimba 7G departure, which is basically takes us a runway heading off 29, and then we do a left hook around to Zimba, down to Dybed, and then we're going to start shooting east as we cross over the border. Whoop, always do that. Cross over the border into the Ukraine, and then when we get to Ukraine, we've got the Silv to U approach, which is a fairly long approach there. Kind of takes us to the north, and before we eventually turn south, intercepting and approaching into runway 18 left, which will be an ILS approach today. And it's pretty much unrestricted when you take off. So if you're looking at the departure, it's basically just get above 15, get above 15,000, get above 11,000 by the time you get to Xenon. So on that basis, I've got 12,000 dialed into the altitude. So I'll just let that airplane climb, so we don't stay above our restrictions. And payload, yeah, as mentioned, 174 passengers, zero fuel weight of 60.6 tons, and we're taking 7,000 kilos of 7 tons a kilo, 7 tons of fuel today. Anyway, a huge shout out also to Nighthawk, who is in the headwinds by the looks of it. It's been a long time since we've seen that amazing headwinds livery. Oh, there's a lot of people on the tarmac today. Very cool. Busy little place, isn't it? Of course, we are in the North Europe server, so that could bear into that. But as I mentioned, if you're watching and you see yourself on there, do shout yourself out in the chat. You can also join our Discord and be a member of the Positive Right family. We're very friendly. Okay, beacon can go on here. Seatbelts are up. We should put that beacon on first place.
Arm doors and cross-check.
We don't need that yet. No. So we have all the doors are shut. I think we're good to go. So we're going to get that tug connected. In terms of how we're getting out of here, by the way. This
is ground. Stand by.
Right, so in terms of how we're getting out of here, so we're currently parked around here, so we're going to try the sanitation tool as well. Oh, what happened to it? There it is. So yeah, we're going to push back here, and then coast along the apron, come along to Echo 4 and line up runway 29, and then off we go.
The bypass screen is installed.
That's pretty much how we're going to do it.
All ground equipment is removed.
Parking brakes on. What was
Parking
it?
brakes set. Lifting the aircraft.
Very good.
Standing Y for pullback.
In terms of playing our pushback, I think we'll just nice and easy out there, right to the back. I'll do it, and we can start that. Okay.
Go ahead.
Ready to push. Nose to the right,
Okay,
please.
for full start. Please release parking brake.
Parking brakes are released.
Commencing pullback. You can start the engine in sequence.
Okay, thank you. Was the parking brake released? That's the question. Is parking brake still on? Oh, it is. There we go. Must have got it reversed there for a sec. Anyway, Nighthawk, how the heck are you doing, mate? It's great to see you along again. And if you're just watching the background, a big hello to you. Thank you for joining us today. Hopefully it should be an interesting flight. It's not something that we see very often. Okay. Engine 1. I feel like I've forgotten something. Oh, I know why. Start. There we go, engine 1. No, I've definitely forgotten. Oh, EPWA bleed. Put on the wrong button. There we go. That makes a difference. It's one. I always find it quirky when you're jumping back and forth between a Boeing and a 320. I always forget how everything's meant to go. But a big thank you to Dark Fury 2 Flight Designs. He did our amazing livery. It just looks so nice. And hopefully we're still going to be getting these out for the 737 variants for PMDG as well. Okay, he probably wants to set the parking brake, doesn't he? Yeah. Parking brakes are set, sir.
Parking brake set. Lowering aircraft.
Thank you. And we'll say bye-bye to Warsaw. Thank you. Lovely bit of scenery there. Can't wait to see what we're going to find in Kyiv,
Okay,
which is...
to disconnect. Screen has been removed. See you at the side. And have a good flight.
Thank you very much for your service. Okay, we got a good start on engine 1. We'll go engine 2. See those lovely Neo high bypass fans there. Easiest way to tell a Neo from a CE, a conventional engine, is the Neo bypass engines. You can see right through them. You can usually, as you see right there, you can see daylight through the engine. On the conventional ones, you can't really see any daylight through them. They're too tight. That's one way you can spot a difference between a Neo engine and an old conventional. Look, we got a lovely little flag there as well. Cool. Okay. So we're good to go there. We've got power on from engine 2, so we can turn off that APU. Taxi light can come on, and we can put engines or the engine starter off. Quick control check. Looking good. Let's find our way out to runway 29. The great thing about Neo engines too, you don't need much throttle to move the plane. It has plenty of push just in the idle position there. Okay, everyone's buckled in. We just got to follow this around the apron right to 29. Presume Nighthawk's already making his way there. Lots of people near today. See Callan for Ick. Should be an apron turn here. Just want to make sure I'm going the right way. Just quickly check my chart in the background here. Yeah, I think we're still going the right way. It's not quite obvious on the chart where, oh, we got a face-off here. Oh, thank you very much, sir. What a gentleman. He saw me coming there and gave me a bit of space. Oh, see Nighthawk over there. He must be making his way to 29. I like it when it's busy. It makes it more interesting, especially when it's just random people that you're interacting with. Okay, just give him a little bit of space for him to vacate off to the apron there. Oh, he's disappeared. What happened? Hopefully we don't get that silly multiplayer bug. That was really annoying. Getting really good views of the airport as we do a big circle around it. Okay, just quickly double check our charts again. Should be seeing a turn coming up here. A little bit quick, slow the airplane down a little. So this way? Echo 1, there we go, yeah. Don't know if this is the way you're supposed to go, but this is the most obvious for me. Right, we can get our flaps out here, I think, while we're waiting. some engines spooling there anyway. We'll get parked up and get a nice drone shot of Nighthawk's takeoff once we're ready. In the meantime, just to inform the cabin that we are ready to go. So get buckled in, folks. And we'll go through our takeoff checklist. We want max brake set. Stop line. Oop, a little bit too far. Okay. Brake set. Let's jump into the drone and get a shot of Nighthawk taking off from this amazing Headwinds 330. Large displace threshold as well. Okay, he's rolling. Way ahead of him, but he'll soon catch up to us. Rotate. And up he goes. What a graceful takeoff that was, eh? Amazing. Okay. Here we go. Lights on. And stroke can come on as well. And everything else is fine. And we should have our TCAS on.
Please prepare for takeoff.
Spoilers should be armed. And takeoff config check. Predictive wind shear is indicated off, so we'll put that on just now. Brakes off. Let's get ready to rock. Do a quick traffic check, can't see anything. Back, slightly back to the center line a bit. I think that'll do. Okay, 50%. Start the clock. Brakes off. Flex SRS. Crosswind. Rotate speed today is 139. Okay. Positive rake, you're up. Still manual, climbing through 900 feet. Lever climb. Still manual. Continue your climb. Flaps up. And I think we'll bring the autopilot in now. A little bit of gusting on us. Really getting buffeted here. Very unstable air. There's Nighthawk up ahead of us. Get some departure shots of Warsaw. Keep the crew buckled in just until we get a bit higher because it's a little bit bumpy today. There we go. And get a good look at the Polish countryside. Getting into the Warsaw suburbs of the thing. So as per usual, we will have the news at cruise altitude. Do stick around for that. And our cruise altitude today is flight level 390 or 39,000 feet. Beautiful shots of Warsaw as we're pulling out here. And we can see Nighthawk up ahead of us. Pretty happy, so I think I'm just going to advance our altimeter setting up to 39,000. And we can disarm the spoilers as well. Apart from that, everything looks tickety-boo. Passing 10,000 feet, so we can take the landing lights off. See them there. Lights retracted. Love the detail. It's amazing for something that costs you absolutely nothing. It is just such a fantastic add-on for Flight Simulator. And it just gets better and better constantly. QNH standard pressure. Nighthawk's reached the curve. Climbing nicely. 16,000 feet for Nighthawk. We are just about to pass 12,000. And I think the crew can start moving around. Just wait for this final turn before we set the passengers loose. Give the crew a little bit of time to unpack without people running up to the toilet and crowding the area. Nighthawks, just be right back. Got to get coffee. That is very important. I'll be doing something similar to that very shortly. As per usual, I usually just go for a quick coffee break once we're settled into our climb. And I mean, 320 is just completely on the numbers today. Look at this. Absolutely flawless takeoff and departure. And I can't take any credit. It's just a great plane. It just knows what to do. Bring up some lighting here because it's just the a little bit dark. Just in case we end up going through a cloud. And it looks better, in my opinion. That's good. Top of descent should be indicated somewhere. Don't know if we can see it yet. You can see traffic indicated. That'll be Nighthawk. Nighthawk, if you... oh, he's gone for coffee. Wait for him to come back. He's passing 20,000. I'm 18,000. Looks like we're both pretty matched on our climb profile here. And I think we can let the passengers start moving around now. I think the crew will have had enough time to get their affairs in order. Okay. Still can't see that top of descent yet. That's a long way off. 120 miles to climb to our... seems a bit... Or is that our departure, our descent? Don't know. I'm confused. Passing 21,000. Everything else is looking okay. Anything forgotten down there? No, it's all good. All good. Okay, guys, I am just going to grab a coffee myself. I'll be right back with the news, and I'll see you shortly. Alright, back with you guys. 28,000 feet. Oh, I got handy dandy Tim Hortons cut there. So if it's a here, that means gotta have it in the cockpit as well. And we've got Inda Sumarjadi. So hopefully I said that right. I think he's saying salam. I think he's saying hello. Oh no, he's just posting a an emoji. How are you doing, Inda? Nice to see you. Whereabouts do you come from, Inda? Don't forget, please do like and subscribe. It really helps us out. Unless you don't like me, then don't like me at all. Okay, we're closing in on our top of descent. It's just under 80 miles. That seems like a long climb, but maybe I guess that's just what it is. And we've got some news today, as I mentioned, so we'll get that ready. In theory we do. In theory we do. No, we don't. Okay. So we'll have to go find some. Okay. Nighthawk says the Focke-Wulf Condor is a 4-engine passenger and long-range monitor is coming to... Oh, is it? I didn't see that news at all. That's very good. Will be Local Legend 19. Ah, okay. That's exciting. Alright guys, we'll get straight into the news. Here we go. Yes, indeed. We've got a little bit of news and some interesting stuff as well. So FedEx, first of all, FedEx, you may have heard that they were releasing a 321 for FS, or Microsoft Flight Simulator. And it looks like they're coming out with a 319 as well, which is really cool. So they've got some shots here. 319 is a plane I'm well familiar with. Both British Airways and EasyJet still fly them, although EasyJet is fast retiring them in favor of the 320neo. Let's see if there's any other shots there. Yeah, so there's more updates for them there, and it looks like they've got. Oh, here's a nice comparison between the 319 overhead and the 321 overhead, just so you can see the differences. Let's see if I can spot the difference here. Looks the same to me, doesn't it? Am I missing something? I can see, okay, I can see the APUs are slightly different there. Yeah, so very good. So obviously there's subtle differences there that FedEx are working hard to do, and I guess that explains why they, you know, it is a new design aircraft, because it does have some changes. Really exciting though, this Just Flight update. Just Flight has provided previews of the A300 panel, and this is just looking spectacular. Look at that. So if you like a nice vintage plane going, you know, back to steam gauges for the airliners, this is going to be your ticket. And Just Flight has such an amazing heritage. I mean, look at the annunciator panel there. That's awesome. Looking absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Be interesting to see what kind of INS they have for that. And there's the MCP. It's looking really good, guys. Really cool. Parallel 42 are bringing out the Super Patriot Mark II. So what's a Super Patriot Mark II? Well, that's what it is. It's a single prop. I'd probably say it's ultralight kind of level airplane. Very similar to, is it the Fox? So you can go check that out on their site. And FSDT has released a new update for GSX up to now version 3.1. The latest is to support the Inabuild's A300 600 apparently. So yeah, if you're interested in that, you can go check that out. And then finally, well, not finally, but this is really big news. Aerosoft, forever silent on their Airbus 330, have posted some new shots, and it's looking really good. And you know, this is an airliner I really want to be good, because we do have the headwinds. You know, it's a great freeware model, but we have yet to see a high fidelity Airbus 330 for Microsoft Flight Simulator. So we're very, very hopeful. They've been working on this for such a long time. I dare say they've had some snags along the way, but it looks like they're getting close. And judging by these model shots, it looks like there's been a lot of love and care put into this airplane. I mean, and that's one thing about the 330. It's just got this monster wing, but it's looking really, really good. And finally, X-Wing Studios has released Green Bay Airport for Microsoft Flight Simulator. And if you're a football fan, you'd probably be interested in this. I don't know if they'll let us. Oh, don't know what happened there. Won't let me click on the pictures there, but it's looking pretty good. Nighthawk says, really hesitant by Aerosoft after CRJ and Twin Otter abandonment. Well, this is the thing. I mean, they've got a lot riding on this this new add-on, but it's one of these things, you know. I mean, here's some other more great shots for Green Bay. So yeah, you can go check that out. That's coming from X-Wing Studios. But yeah, I mean, jumping back to Aerosoft, they've got a lot riding on this, and you know, if they deliver, they will distribute these to content creators to review and talk through, and you know, the proof will be in the pudding at the end of the day. So would I buy it on day one? No. Having said that, if there's a preview copy going out to content creators and they're able to show it off and we can see that they're delivering the goods, then I could well buy it. I could well buy it. It really is a wait and see, but you know, the way things work nowadays is you do get to see preview copies being flown on YouTube. And I hope, I mean, hand on heart, I hope that this is a good model. I want Aerosoft to return back to the limelight. I'd really like to see them succeed on this, and I wish them well. Anyway, that is the news, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll get back to our regularly scheduled flight. Ladies and gentlemen, once and we're back. We're up to cruise. We just missed it. That was our cruise announcement back there. Punching 0.78 Mach. And I would expect Nighthawk will be going a sight quicker than that with the 330. What kind of speeds are you getting there, Nighthawk? Let me know. Other than that, it's just looking over the amazing countryside of. I don't know if we're quite in Ukraine yet. Mach 8.3, yeah. Thought it was around there. So if I go to Valenta here, you can see that's me there. There's Nighthawk. So Nighthawk is just about to cross into Ukraine. We're still over Poland at the moment. The sharp turn is at the border. Yeah, there you go. So that's something to bear in mind. And there's no way to tell that it's the border, is it? It's just all looks very similar, both directions. What we could do is look at our approach information. Oh, can't get any METAR information for that's interesting. METAR data incomplete. That's a new error. Mind you, I mean, Kyiv, the way things are right now, it's possible that they just don't publish the METAR data for security reasons. And I'll see if it's online though. Yeah, and sure enough, you go online, there is no METAR information. So obviously, unfortunately, due to wartime, they don't publish that information publicly, and it's understandable. It's understandable. It's available through bot on Discord, is it? Do you want to post it in the chat for me? The thing is, though, if this can't see it, that means the oh, here we go, that's the border. Coming into the Ukraine territory. Thing is, if this can't see it, that means the sim probably can't see it either, so there won't be any weather there. Is there a way to get METARs from through Microsoft Flight Simulator? I can't remember. Can you look it up in there? Let's see. No METAR available. Can't post here. Okay. I don't know if it's worthwhile using it though. That's the problem, because data's 10 months old. There you go. Okay. Right. So there is no METAR information. So there's only one way we can deal with that, and we can safely assume that the sim's going to say there's no weather at all. So we'll just go 0/0. Temperature, I think we'll have to guess. So if we go based on Poland, which was quite warm, 31 degrees, wow. And let's just pick a nominal 29. And we'll just put it standard QNH there. And 3. Barrow, let's go have a look at our charts here. So, platform altitude 2960, bear that in mind. Decision height refer to minimums, straight in on ILS. I'm not sure entirely how to use this, but I think we were going with 230 feet, sounds good. Or barrel, 640 on the barrel. We'll go 230 on the radio, I think. Okay. And full flaps. I think today we'll go config 3 actually, which gives us an approach of 145. We just need to remember to light up that landing flap 3 when we get close. Top of descent's about roughly 200 miles, I'd say. And we should have about 3.2 tons on landing, which is absolutely fine. Can't remember how you get the top of the descent. Flight plan. Top of descent is estimated at 11:22 Zulu, so that'll be we're on real time right now, so that will be, I should say 12:54. What does it say here? 10:55, yeah. So just on around 30 minutes anyway. See any scenery up there? It looks very flat, doesn't it? Some disparate clouds, but nothing really. Oh, bit of a stretch there. Slept a bit rough last night, I'm not sure why. Right, I'm just gonna step away for a sec, guys. I'll be right back. Hello again. Just about halfway. Yeah, it's really flat. I can imagine how harsh the winters are here. Just no escaping wind. Luckily, this time of year, it's actually quite the opposite. It's very hot. Might actually look up why there's no METAR information for Kyiv. They say flight radar might have it. Have a look. Nope, no information on flight radar either. No. It's almost like it doesn't exist. What a shame. The ATR update includes the ATR 42 STOL and ATR 72 freighter. Oh, very cool. Has it improved the flight dynamics at all, Nighthawk? Top of the starting to get closer. Just done about 100 miles, I'd say. Maybe not quite, 110. Been in the air for 43 minutes as well, so it's a reasonably rapid flight. Nothing in the news on ATR flight dynamics, but Inabuild is improving the A310 and the 320neo. Oh, okay, good. Nighthawk says Ukraine's entire civil aviation is pretty much shut down, yeah. I think for today we'll pretend that the horrible events of the past few years have not happened. Almost 80 miles from, or sorry, 60 miles from Sauron. So I think what we'll do is we'll take a quick look at, oh, the glare off that sun is a bit annoying, isn't it? I wish we had shades in this, that's the only thing. Because that's a pain. I want to check our route because I think it was 2960 is our platform. It's got 2750 there, that's probably okay. So we'll set 2750 in our altimeter then. Oh, picking up Nighthawk on the TCAS again. I wonder if we can do a flight sim separation on this. Step altitude, it's not. Don't think so. I'm gonna pep the music up a little bit. I'm starting to fall asleep. What do we got? Let's see. Blues. Let's go with that. Oh, just pep things up a bit. I'm starting to fall asleep. Oh. Excuse me. Alright, we're at 80 miles range on our MFD here, and we can see top descents coming in, so. And then we'll begin our descent into Kyiv. Degrees. What was that? What do you mean by that, Nighthawk? Degrees. Typo from the above post, alright, okay. No worries. Dublin Centre's now just over 60 miles away. Chopper range to 40. And Nighthawk has reached the next turn after Soren. I can see him starting to drift to the left there. We've got about 30 miles on me. Never played with any of these failures yet. It's looking pretty good though. Might give these checklists a go today. Approach will probably be our next one. Can't even see much in the way of lakes down there either. It just looks flat and dry. Some rivers. See some rivers. Lots of rivers. I suppose there's some lakes down there. Actually, no, that's forest. It's just there's no water, like large bodies of water anywhere. Lots of farmland. Right. And we do have some scenery to look at Kyiv, so I'll take you on a quick tour of that when we get there. And we've started our turn at Soren. Put Nighthawk back in front of us on our nose. It's just so flat. Come on. So next week we'll be hopping back into the Black Square Duke. And we're going to be flying to. This should be a good flight as well. We're going to be flying to. Gotta remind myself. We're flying from Munich, which is scenery from orbits, to Corsica, Bastia Airport. And I'll be in the Black Square Grand Duke. So do join us for that. I think we might give the ATR some love as well. If there's been an update for that, might check that out. But this is part of the world I've never been to, so I was glad to do this today just to see the different airports. I'm so glad we picked Warsaw as well. Just an awesome looking airport. So, top descent is now 26 miles downrange, so we'll think about sitting our... I think we'll go 3,000. That'll be plenty. Well, we can take it 2,800. Excuse me, 2,800 should do. So what do you got? Doing anything fun today, Nighthawk? Just working in the garden. Oh, if the rain holds off, yeah, I think we're gonna get properly rained on today. It's really cold. It was walked the dog this morning and it was 11 degrees and very windy. And it really feels like the autumn now. Just lots of farms out there, isn't there? Kind of reminds me of Western Canada, actually. Before you get to the Rockies. If you're flying over Saskatchewan, this is pretty much what you see. It's not a heck of a lot out there. Okay, we're now 10 miles downrange from top descent. So getting ready because we have to initiate the descent. The airplane's not going to do it for us. Block time currently is 1 hour and 10 minutes. We've been wheels up since for about 57 minutes now. And there's our top of descent, so we'll request that in manage mode, please. There's our profile indicator starting to drift down, so the plane will catch up to that. And we can see those engines throttling back. Start to see that nose drop just a little bit.
We ask that you remain seated until the aircraft arrives safely at the gate. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for a ride.
There's a little bit above profile, but it seems that the airplane's starting to catch up to it, so we don't need any braking at the moment. We're getting a bit tight on speed though, so keep an eye, because if we would get too high the red line, we will give the airplane a little bit of help. Yeah, I think we do need a little bit of braking, so we're going to pull those speed brakes out. ever so little. Just to get that profile indicator back up. Slower descent a little bit. Brakes in the back. And we can see the airplane starting to come a bit more shallow now, so that should slow us down. Nighthawk down to 27,000. So what are you doing in the garden, Nighthawk, then? You just planting things, or digging things up, or painting a fence, or I've offered the family to do my homemade burgers today, which I'll barbecue tonight, which is always a family favorite. Trim the hedge. How posh are you? You got a hedge. Do you make funny shapes out of it? Like giraffes. Oh, excuse me. Coffee. Profile's looking good. So when we get to our approach, we'll see how we are altitude-wise, but I think everything's kind of calculated out, so it could be for nose abatement when it's done like this, but we might shortcut ourselves if we get down lower. But we do have hard constraints on here, if I'm looking at it, so yeah, it's constrained pretty tight for altitude, so it'll probably be for nose abatement. So unfortunately, we gotta fly it. So that's what they expect. First constraint is coming up, flight level 178. No, you're back onto a school. Oh, you back onto a school, so a hedge hides the hordes of children when school starts. So I don't, because I have no idea how old you are. So are you one of these guys that just sits on the back and shakes your fist? You varmints, get off my lawn! That's the thing. I mean, it's generally properties around schools are really nice in Canada, aren't they? But it's absolutely horrendous noise during the day. Oh, is that a lake? Is that a lake over there? Or is it just a forest? Looks like it's another forest. Can't quite tell. I always notice, you know, people put on these color filters to try and make everything look more vibrant outside, but when you're... I've flown so much over my lifetime, and I mean, when you're up in the air, that's what it looks like. It doesn't look bright and colorful, usually. It's kind of got that washed out look. So I always find this very accurate, and I don't like to make the colors too kind of rich, because to me it just makes it look cartoony. Okay, we can see the approach coming up there. Let's do our checklist here. So barrel ref is set. Seatbelts, we're still a little bit high for that, so we'll wait. Minimums, or barrel ref is not set, I should say, actually, because we're not there yet. We don't have a ref, but we're going to just go to 1013. So actually, I might as well just punch that in, because it's not going to change anything really. So yeah, we can see that that's set. Seatbelts are not on yet. So wait until we get down to about 18,000 maybe. Profile's still looking nice. Your next constraint is in there as well. Yeah. No speed restrictions quite yet. Until we get to Bravo 468, there's a restriction of 220 knots. Actually, that's quite slow at that altitude, but that's what we want. Yeah, that was a leak. I was right. So there you go. Now you're seeing the water. That's probably why Kyiv's built around here, because it's generally you see a large population. That looks like Kyiv might be Kyiv there, actually. There we go. Look at that. Little runway down there as well. Well, I assume that's Kyiv. Maybe it could be. 20 miles away. Maybe not. Maybe not. Might be a different city. Does it want to tell us anything? No, it's definitely the start of Kyiv. Yep, so that is Kyiv actually. And now that you can really see, it's quite a large city. Okay, seatbelts can come on. Minimums are set. Auto brake, we'll go low. Engine mode select, that's fine. Approach checklist complete. Ground spoilers are still armor, that's fine. Okay, we're just about to begin our final approach into Kyiv. Once we get off the runway, take a quick look at this. Coming on 18 left, so we've got a high-speed exit at Alpha 4. If we miss that, it's fine, we'll just need to slow down and turn off at Alpha 5 here. The terminal looks like it's around there, so Terminal D. So we'll come off and make our way up Delta to the apron and find ourselves a parking spot. bit higher in profile, so I'm just getting a little bit of a little bit of braking here, rather. Just to slow us down a little bit, get us, because we're supposed to be down to 220, that's why. The airplane's going to struggle to do that while it's trying to maintain a descent. So we'll get it down to speed and let the airplane catch up to the profile. There we go, that's good. And we'll arm approach. Green dot, flaps 1. Actually, not flaps 1. Keep that, tuck that away. I'm getting overzealous. Oh, lost Nighthawk. Where's he gone? Oh, there he is. You must be coming back for a landing, are you, Nighthawk? On approach. Okay. Let's get our game face on. Tell you what we haven't thought about is ILS. 111.3. Course 181. We don't have to set that in here though. We do, however, need the landing system on. Okay, we do see indication of the ILS. Quite happy with the current speed though, so we'll just leave it where we are. Now, we will need flaps 3 configuration, so I'm going to turn that on now, so I don't forget. And I'm just going to ding the cabin crew. Should have landing lights on as well, I forgot about that. 10,000, no, that's about right for that anyway. I think I'm going to intervene on the speed here, so let's bring this down to a hard 210. A little bit of braking here. Stay on profile, and we'll arm the localizer approach. Flaps 1. Slow 190. We don't have any indication of the ILS anymore, so it's possible we're just too far away. Let's see, hopefully that comes back in. Alright, landing checklist. Okay, memo, cabin's ready. When we turn off, come on. And we got localizer capture there as well. Low green. That's what we want to see. Go to 180. Looks like Nighthawk's almost on the ground. We don't have any scope indication as yet, but we should see it shortly. And the airplane is now on the localizer. There's our scope indication, so we can see it's just there. Don't need to arm approach yet because it does want us to fly down to by the numbers. And we do have constraints. Runways in sight. Nighthawk almost at touchdown there. That's one feature I think would be really cool, is if you could actually tag a friend and then just have like a camera mode called jump to, and it would just shoot to wherever your friend was, if they're assuming they're in visual range. Just so I could watch Nighthawk land without upsetting anything. Starting to see some nice green areas down here. Still about 15 miles from the runway, so no rush. Everything looking okay. A little bit of civilization down there. Can't tell if that might be a cargo area. nearing our set altitude. Alarm approach window. Airplane is continuing descent. Final approach speed was 145. Excuse me. Ugh. Definitely getting a bit of buffeting there as well. Slowing to 160.
2,500.
Flaps 2, gear down.
Flight attendants, please prepare for that.
And we'll go to manage mode for speed, which will take us down to
2,500.
VIA. And flaps 3. The scope here, so I'm gonna take control. Looks like the ILS is not quite performing it as expected. Are still very high, so I'm just gonna manually catch up to that. Just to get us back on profile. I have control of the airplane now. Floating a little bit under the scope, so I'll get it up again. Back on the center line. That's looking okay.
$1,000.
That's it. Now, center line's looking a lot better. Still floating below the scope. Just raise the nose a little. Floating a little bit to the right.
100 above. $50, $40, $30, $20, $10, $5.
Ooh, a little bit hard. Manual braking. Pressure's off. Didn't feel that hard, but obviously it says it was closer to minus 300 there. And vacating runway 18 left. few stutters on that one. Okay, bring our flaps back up. Turning lights come off. Start the AP up as well. We can hook around here, can't we? And make our way back to the terminal. Predictive wind shear can go off. That's done. See Nighthawk already parked at the gate there. We'll take a quick tour of the airport, obviously, when we get in. Flap will be open. We can start that EPU now. Cabin crew can start prepping for departure. Take TCAS off. Transponder can come off as well. And we just gotta find the gate. Once we can find our way into the apron anyway. So this might be our turn in here. Okay. Landing light can come off. Not landing light, the nose light there. Taxi light. Okay. Oh, right there. Very confusing lines on these. Right, I don't feel... Oh, right, there's... I see it. Okay. Alright, I think we'll go with this gate over here. Oh, we see buses. Right on the line. EPU is on, and we can shut down our engines. And seatbelts can come off. Okay, there we go. Let's see if get that jet bridge up. Oh, we got stairs instead. No, I don't want that. Go away. Let's see if we can get the actual jet bridge.
The doors verified?
No, looks like I don't know if those bridges aren't working properly or... So, that's fine, we'll get steps. I'll do. Everything else is off, all good. Oh, open the doors a bit prematurely there, I thought. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this one. Anyway, that's not a big deal. Okay, let's have a look, shall we? This is Kyiv. Now, one of these is available for Morvix and one isn't. I think what if the Pyreek or Pyrdi or whatever it is, that one is not available for Morvix. You have to go to Condor for that. But yeah, this is looking really nice. It's another lovely interior detailing there. Look at that, I like the couches. That looks cozy. That must be the VIP lounge. That. A little bit of interior design as well. And I can see I get this issue every so often, these disconnected jet bridges. I don't know if there's a fix for that or not. But it's not a huge airport, but it's interesting. And lots of nice detail on the driving ramps there. Big multi-story car park, isn't it? You can see some interior buildings as well. This is kind of weird. I wonder what these are. Oh, that's it's for buses, isn't it? Coming in off the airport. So yeah, if you're using a ramp, you're probably going to be coming in through one of those guys there. That's quite well designed, actually, though. And of course, we see Nighthawk all the way down here in the headwinds. And Bubba von Bruns just popped in. He says, "Evening, aviators." I said, "Bubba, how you doing, buddy? Great to see you." Just taking a look at Kyiv Airport at nighttime here. There we go. Look at this. And this is the difference with interior modeling. I know I say this all the time, but when you do the interior properly, it really adds a lot of atmosphere to the airport. It's just a shame about these jet bridges. I think that's possibly why they're not connecting properly. See, the steps did eventually find the front door. Our beacon's still on, but that's fine. But yeah, it looks pretty cool. And if anyone can tell me why these bridges do this, I get this all over the place, different airports. Not every airport, but some airports I get this problem. But I'd love to know how to fix it, because it's really annoying. Nice kind of soft glow around the airport, isn't it? Really, really cool. What's that? Stupid YouTube block? Or VT? What's that? What's happening? Tell me your woes. Oh, still got strobes on. Come on, Willy. Didn't turn all my lights off here. There we go. All good? Oh, jetways are an MS. Happens everywhere. Oh, okay. Yeah, I had wondered about that. So, a huge thank you once again to Nighthawk, who has been a great companion with me along the way. Hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. A bit colder in Scotland today. So that means must be start of spring for you guys, Bubba. It'll be starting to get warmer for you. And who knows? We'll see how the weather goes, but this time next week or a couple weeks we might be looking at autumn colors starting to creep in. I like the little buses going around here. That's kind of neat. And cars zooming by. Where's he going? That's pretty neat. Nice little detail. Lovely airport. Last week it was 20 degrees, says Bubba, but cold ain't done with us yet. Oh well, it'll come soon enough. We're on the downward trend, so we're getting ready to start putting on our sweaters. Actually, I had my hoodie on today for the first time in weeks and weeks, and I really needed it. Anyway, a huge thank you to everyone. Shout out to, oh, there's Brett. Yeah, just finished, Brett. Sorry. Yeah, we're just on the way out. But thank you, Brett and Bubba, for popping in just to say hello. Huge thank you to Nighthawk once again for everything. And yes, we're getting ready for the deep freeze. Absolutely. And we'll see you next week. We'll be jumping in the Black Square Duke, flying from Munich to Corsica. Look forward to seeing you then. Take care.